My best friend of 12 years destroyed my engagement, told everyone I was the problem, and spent 3 months building a version of events where she was completely innocent. The only mistake she made was doing all of it over text. Every word, every plan, every lie, all of it, sitting right there in a thread she forgot I still had. I'm Serena. I'm 31, a registered nurse from Charlotte, and until 2 years ago I had a best friend named Jade who I trusted more than almost anyone in my life. We had been friends since we were 19. I was the maid of honor at her wedding. She was supposed to be mine. That word, supposed, ended up being the most important word in this entire story. I got engaged to my partner Marcus in the spring of 2 years ago. It was the happiest I had ever been. Jade was the first person I called. She cried on the phone with me and told me she was so happy for us. Within a week she had offered to help plan the engagement party, insisted on being heavily involved in every decision, and started texting Marcus directly, which I thought nothing of at the time, because she was my best friend, and I trusted her completely. What I did not know, what I could not have imagined, was that Jade had feelings for Marcus. Not recent feelings. Feelings she had apparently been managing since before we started dating. And when the engagement made it clear that any possibility she had been holding on to was now permanently closed, something shifted in her. She did not confront me. She did not step back from the friendship. She decided, instead, to quietly take everything apart. She began telling mutual friends things about Marcus. That she had heard he had a temper. That she had concerns about how he treated me in private. That she had seen things that worried her. None of it was true, but it was delivered in the careful, concerned tone of a loyal friend watching out for someone she loved, and people believed her. My own mother called me and asked if everything was really okay. His family heard that I had doubts. Then she told Marcus himself, in a private message I was not shown, that I had been having second thoughts. That I had confided in her that I wasn't sure he was the right person. That she thought he deserved to know. Marcus came to me that night and asked me if I wanted to call off the wedding. I had no idea what he was talking about. I had never said any of those things. When he showed me the message, I read it 3 times and felt the floor shift underneath me, because I recognized the tone immediately. That careful, concerned, we're all on your side tone. It was the same one she used on everyone else. She had just turned it on me. I went home, sat at my kitchen table, and read 12 years of text messages. It took me 4 hours. And by the end I had a complete picture. The texts to Marcus. Screenshots she had sent to our friend group of conversations she had edited to remove her own provocations. A message to a mutual friend from 6 months earlier where she had said, in writing, that she thought Marcus and I were wrong for each other and she was going to do something about it. I did not send those messages to Marcus in anger. I sat with them for 2 days. Then I forwarded the full thread, unedited, to him, to my mother, to her husband, and to the 3 friends she had been working hardest to influence. No commentary, no explanation. Just the words she had written, in order, with timestamps. I never had to say anything after that. I never had to defend myself, explain myself, or argue my version against hers. The texts did everything. Jade sent me a long message 4 days later saying I had betrayed her privacy and that she hoped I was proud of myself. I read it once and did not respond. Marcus and I got married 6 months later. Small ceremony, only people we completely trusted. It was the most peaceful day of my life. And Jade? The last I heard, she had moved to a different city. Her husband had seen the messages too, including the ones that made clear how she actually felt about someone else's fiancé. Some consequences write themselves. Here is the only thing I want you to take from this. The truth does not need your help to win. It just needs you to stop protecting people who are using your silence against you. If stories like this remind you that loyalty is everything, subscribe. Every single week, a brand new story of justice, karma, and the truth finally winning. I'll see you there.